You're watching Eye on Africa. I'm James Creedon. These are our headlines this Monday evening. Thousands of Sudan's Hausa people have set up barricades and attacked government buildings in several cities. This after a week of deadly tribal clashes in the country's south. The Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi is in Algeria, where an energy deal is being signed between the two countries. More on that coming up. And it's Mandela Day in South Africa in honour of Nelson Mandela. We'll take a look at a record-breaking art project to honour that event later on in the show. Thank you for watching. Now we start in Sudan and the Blue Nile state in the south of the country. Clashes have taken place there between different tribal groups, and those clashes have killed 60 people and wounded 163 others. That's according to local authorities. Hausa activists called for a demonstration on Tuesday in Sudan's capital, Khartoum. The tensions are between them and the Berti people. And for more on what is behind those deadly clashes, I spoke earlier to Naba Mohyeddin in Khartoum. Let's take a listen.
Thanks, James, again. And actually, there is some reasons or many reasons behind these clashes. Experts, political analysts think the government, the transitional government that was suspended by a military coup last October, had a security vacuum that made things worse because the transitional period that followed by a military coup had brought Juba peace agreement, which was incomplete, brought it to the political scene in the country without even discussing main issues like land ownership and water access and the conflict around livestock. This is why we are seeing tribal clashes erupting over and over again in Darfur, in Nuba Mountain, in Blue Nile, and sometimes in eastern Sudan. And it may be the flare of bigger conflict or even a looming civil war. So the recent tribal clashes started when Alberti, ethnic group, rejected a request by Hausa to form a civil body to access to land ownership. They rejected this and said they don't have an ownership in the land, and then the fight broke. And this is one of the issues in Sudan, the land ownership and access for water and the conflict around livestock. So unless Juba peace agreement discussing these issues in conflicting areas, we may see more chaotic scenarios and even a civil war in a worse scenario.
To Algeria next, where the Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi is on a visit. Several agreements are to be signed, including an energy deal to boost gas supplies and reduce Italy's reliance on Russian gas. Shirley Sitbon has more.
Mario Draghi is back in Algeria for a second visit in less than 3 months. This time, the head of the Italian government is co-chairing with the Algerian president, Abdelmadjid Tebboune, a summit, a series of ministerial meetings, and many business deals, the most urgent one over gas. Italy needs to ease its dependence on Russia, which supplies almost half of the gas Italy imports. Algeria has agreed to boost its exports.
Algeria has become Italy's first gas supplier.
The European Union has decided to cut down its members' Russian gas imports to show opposition to the war in Ukraine and press Vladimir Putin to end it. EU member states, mainly the ones most dependent on Russian energy supplies, have raced to find alternatives. Mario Draghi and his ministers have sealed deals in producing countries, from Congo-Brazzaville to Angola to Libya, among others. Italy can increase imports thanks to pipelines that link it to Algeria and Libya. It can also use the many connections and deals Italian company Eni has developed over the years. It's the top foreign energy producer on the continent. Algeria has already increased its gas supplies to Italy by 113% so far this year.
Now, Kenya will vote in a new president on the 9th of August. The current Deputy President, William Ruto, has been speaking to media today, expressing his confidence that he will emerge victorious despite not being endorsed by incumbent President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, previous elections in Kenya have often seen accusations of vote rigging, but Ruto insisted he would respect the outcome of the vote. Let's take a listen to him.
I mean, this is a competition, and we are a democratic nation. I mean, there are two sides to government. There is the executive and there is the opposition. So, I mean, I think from where I sit now is we will certainly control Parliament and we will certainly control the Senate. And I am very confident that I will win this election.
The opposition frontrunner Raila Odinga also held a press conference today addressing issues like corruption, fair elections and social justice. Let's take a listen.
In the process, we met, we discussed, and we agreed that the country was greater than both of us, and that we can work together to bring the country together and create peace so that the country can realize more development. I am not anybody's project. I am the people's project in these elections.
Morocco is experiencing an exceptional heat wave with temperatures ranging between 45 and 50 degrees Celsius, particularly in the south and the centre of the country. Now, for the past 5 days, forest fires have been raging. The authorities have managed to put out some of those blazes in the north of the country. Other fires continue to burn near Larache, Tétouan and Chefchaouen. 2,000 personnel have been mobilised to fight those places. Ghana has officially confirmed 2 cases of the Marburg virus. That's a disease similar to Ebola. The 2 people who tested positive for the virus later died. Ghana's health service is working to reduce any risk of the virus spreading, including isolation of all identified contacts, none of whom have developed any symptoms so far. Now, this is only the second outbreak of Marburg in West Africa. The first ever case of the virus in the region was detected last year in Guinea, with no further cases identified. There have been a dozen major outbreaks since 1967, mostly in southern and eastern Africa. An attempt to break the world record for the largest mosaic made of food cans was successful in Cape Town today. An artwork depicting the former President Nelson Mandela's face and the South African flag was created using more than 58,000 pieces. That, of course, to celebrate the father of the nation's birthday. Nadine Tehran is in Cape Town. Let's take a listen.
Every year on the 18th of July, South Africans celebrate former President Nelson Mandela's birthday by volunteering 67 minutes of their time to doing good works, acts of service and making a difference in communities. That's to pay tribute to the 67 years of Madiba's life that he dedicated to South Africa's fight for freedom. This year, many organizations are focusing on food security projects. That's because 40 million people on the African continent are currently suffering from severe hunger. And in a post-COVID economy, 20% of South Africans too are food insecure. The organization Ladles of Love did so with a record-breaking campaign. Thousands of South Africans helped them to create the world's largest mosaic made of food cans. 58,000 food cans collected here in Cape Town today will be donated to around 160 soup kitchens around the country.
Today was a success. It's been amazing. We've had over 1,000 people come and do their 67 minutes because we were also doing sandwiches. We were making sandwiches, around 25,000 sandwiches. We're sending out around 40 tons of food a week. That's providing around 250,000 meals a week. And in Khartoum, we're doing around 30,000 meals a week. We're sending out almost 5 tons a week. And I think it's important. There's people that don't have food. We need to be there for them.
It's initiatives like these that President Cyril Ramaphosa praised in his Madiba Day message to the nation, saying that civil society reminds us that we all have an obligation to advance Madiba's ideals. Ramaphosa also said that Madiba's birthday provides an opportunity to remember that South Africa can overcome its problems, as the country has done so in the past.
Okay, Art with an important message there marking Mandela Day. That brings us to the end of this edition of Eye on Africa. It was produced by Laura Di Bazio. Thanks to her and all the team, and thanks for watching.